everybody? Today we are going to be talking about something innovative, something new, something refreshing, something fun. We're going to be mixing the world of fragrances and literature. We're going to be talking about fragrances that are meant to inspire, that are meant to get the creative juices flowing in the brain, that are meant to take you on a journey, take you on a trip. And I love that part of the fragrance world. I love fragrances that could take me on a little vacation. Kind of like reading a book. Like a book can do that to you, and that's what these 7 fragrances are meant to do. And the house I'm talking about is a new indie house called Imaginary Authors. Now, the creator of this house and the nose behind the perfume, one and the same, Josh Meyer. And what he has done, he has based each fragrance on an imaginary book by an imaginary author. Each fragrance has got a story behind it to get your mental trip started. Very cool stuff, and I'm not going to get into the stories behind each one. I'll have a link down below to Imaginary Author's website so you can go and check it out, do a little investigating on your own. And I'm not just talking about something catchy here, something to get you buying the stuff. I'm talking about quality stuff. I cannot tell you how impressed I am with the fragrances that have come from this house. Super impressed. Quality stuff, Josh. Bravo to you. Now, I'm going to get into talking about the fragrances quick here. Each one of these could have their own review, for sure. I've had great journeys with these fragrances on my own, because I've been wearing them for quite some time. But if I did that, talked about them all into length, this video would go on forever. So, I'm just going to discuss them briefly here. Now, the first one I'm going to be talking about is a fragrance called the Soft Lawn. Now, when we're talking about the Soft Lawn, we are talking about a fragrance that is green and fresh. Man, if you like fresh fragrances, I would definitely look into the Soft Lawn. Cannot express that enough. Done perfectly. A little bit different, something that sits ahead of the class. Beautiful stuff. The star note in this one is linden, also known as lime blossom, and it gives it this sweet, dewy green feel. Just natural. Just heavenly. And as this one dries down, it gets a little more earthy and the vetiver starts coming out, but it remains a very friendly vetiver. It doesn't get too aggressive. And in each one of these fragrances, there's also this imaginary note. And in this one, there is tennis balls. So be sure you're on the lookout for tennis balls when you're wearing this one. Next, let's talk about bull's blood. You want something with character? You want something that sets you apart from the rest of the pack? You want something with some balls on it? Look no further than bull's blood. Holy smokes, I love this one. This one's crazy. This one's got this like vintage feel with it, but yet it's modern. It's a very powerful fragrance, my God. And what surprised me the most with this fragrance is every time I wore this to work, I received numerous positive comments. Was not expecting that whatsoever. Because what you have in this is a mixture of patchouli and tobacco. Heavy patchouli. And also a nice animalic twist in this, brought in by costus root and black musk. Holy smokes. This is one distinctive devil. That's all I gotta say. Love it though. Easily wearable. At least it is for me. Amanda doesn't like it, but boy, lots of women at work gave me a lot of positive feedback. Crazy. Awesome. Love that. So, moving on, we're going to talk about the Orchid Terrible. If you like aldehydes, this would be right up your alley, I do believe. Front and center are the aldehydes. Now, what's weird about this one for me, I remember the first day that I wore this one, people kept telling me I smelled like incense. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But there is no incense in this fragrance. I even wrote Josh Meyer. I'm like, Josh, why does it smell like incense? He said there's no incense in there. Yeah, and when you look at the notes, you know, floral and aldehydes and honey, and I'm like, oh, this one is going to be feminine. And for me, that's not the case whatsoever. That's not the case with any of these, actually. Well, bull's blood, that could be like heavy masculine. But I don't know if you're a girl that likes some powerful animalic scents, you would like Bull's Blood. But the rest of these, as far as a guy is concerned, I mean, I feel comfortable wearing any one of these. But this one is weird for me. What comes to my mind is like this metallic incense, and on top of that is aldehydes. I have no idea why I get that, but that's what I get out of this fragrance. Just crazy. Now, there's a lady at work though with this one. She just flips over it. She actually told, this is one of the best compliments I've ever gotten. She was like, I would marry you because of that fragrance. So that is one hell of a compliment. Great stuff, but you definitely have to be a fan of aldehydes to dig this one. And I would like to hear others' opinions of this, if they have checked it out, if you do get that like metallic tinny incense feel with this one, like I do. Now, moving on, we're going to be talking about the one, the only, Memoirs of a Trespasser. This one is rising to the top of the rock star ladder in the fragrance world very quickly. I see it out there in threads when people post a thread asking, what is your favorite vanilla? You're starting to see Memoirs of a Trespasser in that lineup. And very, very well deserved. Awesome fragrance, man. If you love vanilla, if you love Gaiac wood, and the vanilla in here is done beautiful with the benzoid and the ambret seed. Just vanilla heaven, man. So good. Cannot express that enough. If you've gotten your nose on this one, you know what I'm talking about. Just a gorgeous woody vanilla fragrance, and also gives girls the sticky bandits. So moving on, let's touch base on Violet Disguise. When we're talking about this one, we are talking about a fruity floral. And to this day, when I see the word floral in a fragrance description, I'm thinking, man, this is not going to be good. But that is not the case with this one whatsoever, even though for me, out of the 7, this is the one that leads the most towards the feminine side of the tracks. I still feel very comfortable wearing this one. This one just winds up being a fresh, fruity blend. And everything in this is kind of done at an even pace. The fruit's not in your face, the violet's not in your face, just kind of blended evenly to create this sweet freshness. And I absolutely love that. I love fresh, fruity, sweet fragrances. And this one, what comes to my mind is the word soft. It sits on you very soft and delicate, and also has this slight balmy feel floating throughout the fragrance. Great stuff. Now, let us move on to Falling into the Sea. Now what we have with this one is a fresh, fruity, floral aquatic. And for me, it goes in this order. You got floral, there's that word again. You got fruity, and then you have aquatic. And for me, the floral in this does not lend itself towards the feminine side, does not get like overly powdery or anything like that. For me, what it does is it just has this soapy, clean, fresh feel about it with a touch of aldehydes there. And the fruit in this, there's a chorus of citrus and fruits going on. You got lemon, lime, grapefruit, tropical fruit, lychee, adding some sweetness. And but just like in Violet Disguise, the fruit's not very dominant, but definitely noticeable and adding flavor with them florals. And as this one travels on in life, a salty dampness comes out to play. But for me, the aquatic part of this fragrance is the least dominant. So, my picture for Falling into the Sea would be like if I was laying in a bed of fresh flowers. Isn't that a nice picture? Drinking a tropical drink by the sea. So mostly what I'm getting is the florals. Getting a slight aroma from my drink with just a touch of that salty sea air coming in. So, next, let's talk about the Cobra and the Canary. Now, with this one, you have something that could have had the potential to be in that bull's blood category. You know, aggressive, manly, in your face, got some balls to it. Because it does. It has notes that are noticeable, like hay, leather, orris, tobacco. And those are notes that can be aggressive, have sharp edges to them. But what this fragrance does is something very cool. It has this yin and yang quality about it. And that's why I love the name of this one, the Cobra and the Canary. Because for me, it suits it just perfectly. You have the aggressive Cobra, and you have this delicate, little, beautiful canary bird. And for me, this fragrance is kind of like that canary soothing, calming that Cobra down. You know, singing him this song, making him chill out. Making that Cobra mellow. You know, you still look at him and you still see the aggressive nature, but yet he's all chill and stuff. So for me, with this fragrance, there is this soft, soothing character that smooths out all of them notes, and there's this freshness that flows through it. To me, it feels like an aldehydic freshness flowing through this, just balancing out all them other notes. So not only is that aggressive character going on, there's also this fresh, friendly character going on as well. The Cobra and the Canary. Love it, Josh. Good stuff. But that is it. That is my thoughts, my quick thoughts on this fragrance house. Go and check it out. Like I said, I'll have the link below. Samples. There's samples there. The bottles are affordable, which I love. Great stuff. I love fragrances that have character behind them that are in that designer, affordable type of range, and especially the quality. Bravo to you again, Josh. Excellent stuff, and I can't wait to hear the feedback. I know there's already great talk about this stuff out there, and I can't wait to hear more. So, that is it. As always, you guys take care, and we'll see you soon.